Okay, so here's some job specific notes for this job for you, Neal. So when you create a new job, this is the last config file that I just added. I've already gone in and added the exact door profiles and everything, and the exact drawer front. Notice that it's drawing a slab, but that's only because it's too narrow in this dimensional diagram here. Uh, if it's under 6.5 inches, it'll make it be a slab. She did want a 5-piece though, from what I understand. So it'll end up having reduced rails on the 5-piece. For the job number, we'll do Brent Nance dash. What is it here? Hold on. 1382 CR 180 Cisco. Because this will show up on all of the labels on all of the parts and cabinets. And then I usually repeat just the address for the description and customer name like that. So on our lower cabinets, you'll see how many quick things I have down here. I literally have my lower and my upper. But I do end up using quite a few of these random items. But like I said, a lot of it's kind of custom anyways. But um, what I wanted to show and talk about was because the minimum drawer front, because we're doing 5/8 overlay, my default is 5 inches for this height. So if it's below 6.5 inches in height, this will change to a slab. So if I increase that just even to 5.25, that'll make it 6.5, and then bam, a raised panel drawer front will appear. So that means all of our top drawers are going to have to probably be 5.25 instead of 5 inches. You know, we could change it at the construction method setting. Cabinets, modify for this job. I think it would be under reveals, maybe? Oh, yeah, it is. There is no face room on the cabinet. Hmm. It's in the frame settings. I don't know where that is. Mid rail. Right here. So it's under mid rail settings. So you could change this to 5.25. Update the job. And then I'll have a modified construction method. But then whenever we drag and drop anything, it's going to drop a 5.25. I think maybe that's a good solution. Otherwise, you have to change every single one of these by hand every single time you drop a cabinet. I will note that I use this update job almost religiously because I'm back and forth between different computers. I think if I update the job, I think it deletes my modifications to the construction method. Yes, it does. It sure does. So I think you know what, it'll probably be okay. I'll just have to be cautious not to reflexively update the job. But if you change it here in mid rail, change that back to 5.25 top opening. And then if you remember, she wanted mostly drawers. So, for instance, now every time you do 3 split, which is probably one of my most common splits for drawers, I might do 3 Sometimes I'll do 4 if they want 4. It's kind of, but for the, man, that doesn't work good because it's 5 1/4. Then it's smaller, 5 3/16, 5 3/16. So I'm going to suggest mostly do 3 drawer splits primarily. I occasionally will even do just a two drawer split. And I'll do like, sometimes I'll do a mix of them. But if you looked at any of my other drawings that I sent you, you'll see that every once in a while I'll do like a stack like this somewhere, but for the most part, I just do 3 drawer like this. Um, let's see here. Oh, you know what? I don't know that okay, so this is gonna have to change. She's gonna want a cove crown. You'll need to change this at the job properties level. This, I should have fixed it in this, but I didn't. So probably choose like maybe Cove 5 would probably be good. I don't think I have the 4 1/4 Cove. I've got a 4 1/4 like Colonial, but she specifically said she did not want this. She showed me a picture that looked like this, and she also showed me a picture that looked like this. You know what? Maybe let's work off the modified Cove. Let me see how that works out, because if my if we've got 120.5, then it'll be 120.75. If I do my soffit height 2.5, so that it's off the ceiling 2.5, how does that work with this crown? Hey, look at that. The modified cove is perfect. So yeah, let's run with this modified cove. That was pretty close to what she said. One of her pictures was. And then it's already set up correctly so that it's exactly 2.5 inches off the ceiling to where it places that crown. So you'll, after you've imported version 8 and then built the job with this, you'll need to change the molding to that for the crown to modified cove. Let me know if you have any questions.